What's up, guys? Got my next part of my vinyl collection for you. This is episode 14, I think. Yeah, 14. So, not sure how many of these left. Probably, if I had to guess, like 3 or 4, but who knows. So, yeah, let's get into it. But first, what we're listening to, if you can hear it. Let me pull out the tape better. So this is Valdrin with Throne of the Lunar Soul, put out through Blood Harvest. These guys are a black metal band from Cleveland, of all places, but they sound like super European. So think of like a more heavy metal influenced dissection with keyboards, I guess, is like a good comparison. I wasn't familiar with this band. This is their 4th record, and Jimmy from Future Ruins turned me on to this because he did a live stream with a bunch of guys saying their like favorite records from the year, and this was on his list. I think this was his number 1, in fact. So yeah, good stuff. Link in description. And I also hit 1,000 subscribers finally. So thank you all, 1,000. I feel like putting yourself through misery to watch this dumbass, but yeah, hails to you. I'll take a cheers to 1K. Yay! Happy Friday. Let's drink in a favorite. Can't go wrong with that. I need one after this week. It's been a long week, but the weekend's here, so let's party. Alrighty, first up, let's go to Sweden. Yeah, I know, so surprised we're going to Sweden first. Look into my eyes. So, Hypocrisy. I don't have Penetralia on LP, but I have the rest of the classic 90s era. I have the one on CD, though, so I'll get the LP eventually, so. Oscar sent them their second record from 1993. All this stuff has been put out through Nuclear Blast the entire time, so they've been signed to the same label, which is cool, because you don't really see. I think Cannibal Corpse has been a Metal Blade the whole time, but you don't really see many bands stick to one label, so I guess Nuclear Blast is treating them good enough not to ever bother leaving, but yeah. This is the last record without Peter on vocals, which, not that this vocals was bad, but Peter, the second you hear him, you know it's him. He has a very distinct vocal style, which this guy, it's not like it's bad, but it's like kind of like less like iconic sounding, which I believe after this, I think he did vocals on the second Dark Funeral record or the Teach Children to Worship Satan EP thing, which I'm not really into Dark Funeral, but I think it's one of those records. So anyway, not my favorite. The first 2 Penetralia definitely better, but this has some of the best early songs like Pleasures of Molestation, Exclamation of a Necrophag. The title track is probably the heaviest song they ever did, which has my favorite production of any of the records, though. I love the guitar tone. Super crushing and chunky, which, though I would argue the 4th Dimension is where they became Hypocrisy, because their first 2 records were definitely paying homage to Florida bands, especially Malevolent Creation. Like, this is like the sweetest version of Retribution, but I think Peter was actually in Malevolent Creation like the late 80s for a year, doing live guitar, so maybe that rubbed off on him, but yeah. Anyway, there's the front. Iconic. I'm assuming Dan Seagrave, but don't quote me on that, so there's the front. Love their logo, too. Then the back, guys in the band, track listing, 2023. These are all 2023 Nuclear Blast reissues. They're kind of cheaply done, though, because they don't have the lyrics or anything, which I don't really care about lyrics, but it's kind of lazy not to bother including them, but I don't even think my CDs have them, so maybe they were just never printed, but oh well. And this one is on a nice purple. It doesn't really match. I mean, it kind of matches like the eyeball goo things, but oh well. Killer record, just not my favorite. My favorite is this one, which might be an unpopular opinion, but this has some of their best songs like Mind Corruption, Reborn, Slaughtered, Orgy and Blood. All those songs are awesome. This whole record rules, so yeah. Again, produced by Peter Tag, and I'm pretty sure he's produced all of them, so yeah. And the first record he did on vocals, which I believe this is the bassist and like taped up or whatever, so yeah. This record, they got a little bit slower at some points, and they started to get more atmospheric, which the next 2 records like the kind of like atmospheric era in a way, but anyway. This came out in 1994. Kind of annoying that's called the 4th Dimension, but it's their 3rd record, even though they had an EP out, but it's still kind of odd though to call your 3rd record the 4th Dimension, but oh well. Anyway, there's the front of that one. In the back, guys in the band. It's a double LP when it didn't need to be, so it just seems like kind of extra, an excuse to charge extra money, but oh well. Gatefold. I know Peter and the bass player, the only original members left. This drummer left after Virus, I think, so he was there for a while at least. Pretty pink looking. It looks like like cotton candy or pink lemonade, but it's more red in person. So yep. Very cool. Double LP doesn't come with anything else, so I'm not going to bother showing the other ones. But yep. If you want to check out Hypocrisy, this is my favorite, so take that for what you will. But yeah. I mean, just listen to the song Reborn and OG and Blood. Those are the two favorites. Oh, Mind Corruption, which that's probably the biggest song on this record. So yep. Hypocrisy, Fourth Dimension. And then for many, this seems to be a fan favorite. Abducted. This might be a hot take, but of the like first 5, this is my least favorite. It's not bad, great, obviously, but I just think the first 2, well, the first 3 and the one after, I think was stronger. But yeah, again, like I said, this is where they started to get more atmospheric and kind of like moody. Which there's some kind of like odd clean vocals on here, but it still works though. I mean, this has probably their biggest song, Roswell 47. That's definitely the most like iconic track. My favorite is probably, besides that, Killing Art and Point of No Return and Slipping Away. But yep. Anyway, those are fun. Looks like the dude from Hellraiser, kind of. Maybe that's the point. So anyway, there's that. In the back, again, Nuclear Blast tracks. Gatefold. What is that? Just the credits. So it's just produced by Peter. Yeah, produced by Peter Tagrin, October 1995. So very cool. Very odd looking picture. And this one, again, doesn't match the artwork, but oh well. Very nice red. Well, kind of matches their logo, I guess, but yeah. Abducted, good record, just not, again, not my favorite, so. This is honestly my second favorite, second or third. This used to be my favorite, but the Fourth Dimension's taken place, so it's the final chapter. It was supposed to be initially their last record, that's why they called it the final chapter, but apparently I think the story goes that they played Vaughan, and Peter thought the reception for them was so great he decided to keep on going with Hypocrisy, which some people say after that they kind of weren't good again. I disagree. I like some of the more melodic stuff, but I get the point. Like, definitely a change in style. Yeah. Favorites on this one, probably, what's the one song? Adjusting the Sun is definitely the highlight, which I don't really like the Evil Invaders cover by Razor, and on this one, they covered black metal, which I'm not sure why, because literally that's like the only Venom song people seem to cover for some reason. They should have done like a different song besides the song that 10 other 1,000 bands have covered, but oh well. Anyway, definitely not a good cover art, just a picture of the guys, but oh well. So there you go. Front of that one. Then the back, tracks again, Nuclear Blast, obviously. Gatefold. Very sweet. And this one actually fits the cover up because of the background. Which instead of saying side 1 or 2, what they did on this was they said first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, and fourth chapter, which is a cool touch. Instead of just saying side A, B, C, and D. Yep. Killer record, definitely one of my favorites. Probably in the top 3. It's probably Fourth Dimension, Penetrillion, and that one. So, yep. Hypocrisy rules. I know they also reissued the self-titled and not Abducted. The self-titled and Into the Abyss, which Into the Abyss is good, but I love that one enough to buy on LP. And the self-titled is honestly probably my second least favorite, which I don't own that one in any format, so I'll get it eventually. But yeah. So that's Hypocrisy. Now, if they could reissue the Virus and the Arrival, that would be great. But we'll see. So thank you, Nuclear Blast, for putting those out again. Alright, so I think this band is either Swedish or from the East Coast of America. I don't remember which I actually looked it up last night, but I completely forgot. So don't quote me on that. I believe American, but I could be wrong. So Panphage. Unfortunately, they are no longer together, so they are kind of like a Viking-y black metal band, like I said. So this is their second record, Drent Skopnir. I'm missing their debut, unfortunately, but I'll get it eventually. So yeah, good record, kind of like a, like, how do I put it? Like a slightly more, like, straight up, like, a less, like, more atmospheric Arcanum kind of, so it's like Arcana mixed with early enslaved, so like the first couple Arcana records mixed with like Frost and Eld, I guess, and a little bit of Bathory too, but yeah. Good record, nice, like fast, kind of atmospheric stuff, so yeah. Awesome record, so there's the front of that one. Love the logo. I'm not sure why they broke up, but oh well. So yeah, there's the front. In the back, put on by Nordvist. Yeah, Nordvist 2016. Which I could have sworn this is their last record, but this one says 2019, so I'm just assuming by the dates. If I'm wrong, let me know. Yeah. Cool, like, blue and black kind of merge splatter thing. Come on, lyrics. Yeah, then you got a little insert, just lyrics, and then this cool picture. That'd be an awesome t-shirt if it had their band logo. So of the two, this one's definitely my favorite, but both records are very stellar, so yep. That is Drebskopnir. I'm sure I butchered that, but oh well. And then Storm. This one seems to be the fan favorite, which I get it, but I still think the other one's better, so yeah. Not really any huge difference, but I just think this one's not as good as the other one, but better than the debut though, so it's like in the middle. Anyway, there's the front of that again. Very like Viking-y looking. Then the back, let's say. My whole world is no man's land where lightning gets your temples ablaze. It's pretty cool. Awesome. And then again, put out through Nordvist 2019. Just black. There's a lyric sheet. No lyrics for this one, but oh well. So Panphage, like I say, if you like stuff like early, like the Viking Bathory, early Borknagar, early Enslaved, early Arcanum, good band. Just wish they were still together. Let's talk about one of my favorite kind of snotty US punk records from the mid-90s. This is Rich Kids on LSD with Rags to Riches. My favorite record by them and the last one they did, unfortunately, it came out in 1994, which was kind of an odd year for punk, because you had a lot of like the like poppy bands come out, but this isn't like this, luckily. Super thrashy and fast, which a lot of punk is like simple, like 1, 2, 3, 4 power chords. Now these guys could actually play the instrument. It's pretty almost like borderline technical crossover thrash, but it's still more punk, but there's pretty like awesome ripping fast metal solos, which their discography is kind of confusing. Like they have like one album that has like the same cover art and the same cover art for compilation, but yeah, definitely my favorite record by them. But I can't remember what it's called. The 2 albums before this one's also good. Not King of the Dead. That's fucking See with Ungle. Whatever, but the album before this was pretty bad. They had different vocalists in the one before this, and they became super poppy and kind of lame on that one. But luckily, I think original vocalist came back, but they got a different guy, and they had a good return to form. So yeah, definitely the best record though. Favorite song on this probably "We're Back, We're Pissed," "Give It Up," "HPC," and "In Your Mind." Yep. There's the front, very punk looking. Love the like graffiti style artwork. So there you go. Then you got, it says "Eat Shit," so very nice. You can kiss the dude's ass. Again, more like 90s graffiti looking artwork. This is put out through Lagonia di Vevar. Put out through Epitaph originally from 94, so it's like a 2016 reissue or something. So let me show you the insert. So there you got side 1. Another more cool graffiti. Side 2 with the lyrics. So man, if you like kind of metal sounding punk with awesome ripping guitar solos and actual like not just your generic basic 1, 2, 3, 4 power chord stuff, it's definitely a killer record and easily the best. Which I know the guitarist went to another band that's not very good, unfortunately, but oh well. I wish these guys were still together, but who knows, maybe they'll do a reunion, because they've done a few reunions, because my friend actually saw them when he was probably way too young to, but oh well. Yep. RKL, Rags to Riches. Here's a band that I have always had kind of an odd relationship with. I'm not even really sure why. So, Cannibal Corpse, I only have 3, which honestly is because, like, they're always readily available, so anytime I want to, I can go online and look up Cannibal Corpse records, and it's like 20 different versions of them to buy, so not really any hurry to buy anymore. But I have my 3 favorite with George, so I got Vinyl. This album seems to get shit on for some reason. People say, oh, it's them finding their way with George. I completely disagree. I think this is in my top 3 favorite albums with George, easily. I mean, I know the favorite one is Devoured by Vermin. My favorite has always been Puncture Wound Massacre. That, or Absolute Hatred, Bloodlands, Mummified in Barbed Wire, Orgasm Through Torture. I mean, every song on this is a total banger, which, that's honestly another problem I have with, like, Corpse Grinder, Cannibal Corpse. A lot of the albums start out great and kind of fall off, where these 3, every song is a total banger, and they never lose the energy on those 3, so that's why these are the ones I have for now, yeah. Anyway, there's the front with a kind of weird artwork. I guess this was them to prove, this was them proving that they're only, like, people were saying, oh, you guys kill women. This was them saying, oh, no, we kill dudes too, so everyone's included in the being killed party. So, yeah. There's a front with his dick and maggots and stuff, so very weird. Then in the back, guys in the band, they're only album that had, the only album that had Jack and Rob together, because when Rob came back after he was in Malevolent Creation again, Jack had already left, and Rob wasn't on the first 3, so they only... No, never mind, forget what I just said. He was on the Bleeding too, so forget that. But I meant the only 2 albums together with Corpse Grinder, that's what I meant to say, but oh well. And then this is a cool, like, gunmetal gray with pink, kind of like blood splatter, which is appropriate for them. Love the OG Metal Blade logo. And this comes with a lyric sheet. There you go. And then, what's this? Oh, here's the Bandcamp download code. I don't use these ever, so there you go. This comes with a giant-ass poster, which I will show you in a second. Just the album cover, but it's so ridiculous, I want to show you anyway. There's the terrible censored artwork, which I don't know why anyone would bother buying that. And then the OG. Which I know for years they've had trouble with, like, censorship and all sorts of dumb BS, but... Oh, well, I kind of get that, though. They want to, like, be able to, like, stock in major stores back in the day, but I doubt anyone sells... Like, you probably can't go to Walmart and buy a Cannibal Corpse record anymore, but yeah. Vile, screw the haters, this record's killers, so yeah. There's that. And then, the best with Corpse Grinder, and honestly my second favorite in general. The Bleeding is my favorite, but I could make an argument as overthrown the Bleeding. I mean, favorites on this one, Pounding to Dust is probably my favorite song by them in general. Dead Human Collection, The Spine Splitter, Raped by the Beast, Coffin Feeder. I mean, every song on this one is banger after banger, but yeah. Definitely the best with George, so 1999 I think, because I know Gallery of Suicide was 98 and Vile was 96, so yep. Definitely the peak with George, at least for me it is, so anyway. There's the front. Love that cover art. I'm sure they probably had a censored version of this one too. Then the back, guys in the band, tracks, Metal Blade again, reissue from 2018. So I know for some odd reason, like Back on Black is some of the issues for Cannibal Corpse, but I've been told those sound terrible, so glad I didn't get these because these sound awesome. So there's the lyrics. Yeah, nope, here we go. Here's the poster so I can show you if it has the terrible other artwork, which I'm assuming it does. Yeah, there you go, this is... Why? Yeah, it's pretty bad. And there's the original one. I doubt anyone says, oh, I have the artwork for the censored one, I'm going to hang that. I don't think so, maybe, but that'd be kind of weird to not hang the actual cool one, but that's just me. This vinyl's just on black, so I didn't bother pulling it out, but yeah. Definitely the peak of the Corpse Grinder, in my opinion, so that is Bloodthirst from 1999, so one of, I think this is like, let me see. No, never mind. One of the few records on the show today where I was actually alive when it came out, because I was like a year old, so obviously I wasn't hearing it back then, because that would have been kind of odd, but oh well. So that's Bloodthirst. And then my second favorite with Corpse Grinder, Kill. Definitely this is an album that lets the music do the talking. That lets the music do the talking. The first with Rob Barrett back when he left to join Malevolent Creation and put out some of their best records of their career, like Will to Kill and War Cult, which are both bangers I recommend. But yeah, produced by Eric Rutan of Hate Eternal, which is cool, and he obviously later on joined Cannibal Corpse and played on their last 2 records, which is rad. I'll get those ones eventually, but yeah. Favorites on this one, obviously The Time to Kill is Now and Make Them Suffer, Murder Worship, 5 Nails Through the Neck, Death Walking Terror, and Brain Removal Device. Anyway, there is the kind of boring artwork, but oh well. Then the back, track listing. I'm not going to bother pulling out the poster for this one, it's just the album artwork and no censored version, because I don't think they would even need one for this. If they did, that would be kind of dumb. Anyway, guys in the band again. There's the track, or the lyrics in this dude. Which I believe, I forget which album it was, but he was on one of the versions of one of their album covers. But yeah. Yep, Kill. Cannibal Corpse, good band. I need to get more by them, obviously, but I don't know, man. They're always available, so I don't really need to look very hard. I only have a couple on CD, but I'll get more eventually, if I just see them in the wild. So yep, that is Cannibal Corpse. Alright, let's go to Germany for a little bit for something completely different. So this is the Ruins of Beverast, and I have only 2 of their albums at the moment, because they're kind of hard to find, because Van Records doesn't have very good distribution in the United States, so that kind of sucks. So I got The Phallus Semen of the Sheltered Elite. This is definitely my favorite record by them. I mean, my favorite song by them is on this one, that is, where is it? Kiam's Commentes Fail. I probably butchered that, but that's definitely my favorite song by them, especially that super heavy, like fast, low tuned middle part. It's awesome. I think they played that when I saw them, but I don't remember. But yeah, these guys are like atmospheric black and death doom, I guess. They have, I don't know, nobody sounds like them. Super heavy, but they can be fast when they want to, but they can also be super like slow and kind of like thought provoking and atmospheric. But yeah, definitely I think this is their highlight, though. They don't have a bad record, but yeah. And this one definitely has the best production too. I love the guitar tone on this record. Anyway, there's a front of that one, very cool. Then the back, again, put out through Van, who is awesome, but the U.S. distribution is not awesome, so that kind of sucks. But I got lucky finding this one at, I think, Amoeba in Berkeley, I want to say. Red, Black. I know it was an Amoeba. I don't remember if it was Berkeley, Frisco, or LA. It was one of those 3. It says a giant poster with just the outlook. Oh, look, I'm not going to bother showing you that. So there's the little lyric thing and like an order sheet of the stuff to buy from Van. So, Macabre. Oh, I still need to get. Oh, yeah, what's this one? The Zuras. Awesome Greek black metal. And then the Stormkeep EP, which I'm sure most of those probably aren't even in stock anymore, but oh well. So man, if you want to get into Ruins, this is definitely the place to start, though they don't have a bad record. Though I think it's their second one has kind of awful production, so this one definitely sounds the best though, so yep. Again, The Phallus Semen of the Sheltered Elite. Definitely their high point. And this one's called Blood Vaults, the Blazing Gospel of Kilmacramere. Sure I butchered that, which this repress is awesome sounding, but my only problem with it is they didn't actually label the center label, so you have to like kind of guess which side is which, so it's kind of annoying, but I'm sure once you know it well enough, you probably know which is which, but anyway. There's the front of this one. Then the back, again, Van Records. I think the guy from Ruins of Beverast actually owns Van, so it's pretty cool, and probably explains why a lot of the bands signed to that label kind of have this style to them. Anyway, there's insert 1. Again, just cool blue. Like you can see, the labels aren't even centered. Just a bunch of random crap on them, so it's kind of annoying, but oh well. And then you got insert number 2. Yeah, I need to get more. I know 20 Bucks Spin had, I think, the album after this for a while, but I slapped on it, so I ended up missing it, but I'll get more eventually. So that is Ruins of Beverast. Let's go to Finland for a band. Another band's kind of hit or miss for me, but this is one of my favorite black metal records of the last 15 plus years easily. Satanic Warmaster, Cruelly and Satanist Madness from 2007, I want to say. I know it was before the 2010s, I think, but yeah. Put out through Werewolf Records. Definitely their highlight in my opinion, though I do love Up for Bloat also. That's another fantastic record. They haven't really done anything bad, but they're kind of one of those bands where they have like a lot of records that are just like good enough, but not very many that are great, at least in my opinion. This is one of the few that's totally essential though. Favorites on this one, probably The Vampire Tyrant, My Dreams of Eight, or My Kingdom of Darkness, but yeah. Super awesome, kind of raw, fast, riffy black metal from Finland, but I'm sure if you pay attention to the Finnish scene at all, you probably know who these guys are. They're definitely one of the more notorious bands from the region. So yep, anyway. There's the front. Love the logo too. I have a t-shirt of this. No, I don't. I have a t-shirt of Oak for Blood, never mind, but it has this logo though. So anyway. There's the front. Very 2000s black metal looking. You see this, you know exactly what it sounds like. In the back again, Werewolf Records. Who have some good bands signed to them. Gatefold. There's Werewolf dude himself, who I think he does live vocals for Vagraf, which is like a kind of emperor worship band. And then again, you got a cool poster. Sure, man, if you're not familiar with them, this is definitely, I say, the best place to start. Cruelly and Satanist Madness. This also comes with a live picture disc, which kind of doesn't sound very good, so I'm not going to bother showing you that, and it doesn't come with anything. It's literally just like, this album played live, so it just sounds kind of slightly worse than this record does, so I've only listened to that like twice, so oh well, but yeah. Yep, definitely the full length's definitely the highlight in my opinion, so that is Cruelly and Satanist Madness. And then, oh Jesus, we are the worms that crawl on the broken wings of an angel, a companion of past crimes. Honestly, this is kind of okay, but like, after, this is double OP, which can be kind of long, so I usually just pick one of the LPs to play, and then I'm good. I usually put it away after spinning one, which isn't bad, but just kind of like, a lot of the songs kind of sound the same after a while, which I believe this is like demo and split material, but don't quote me. Like I said, I'm not very expert on these guys, but anyway. There's the front. Cool cover art picture of Werewolf again. Back again. Werewolf Records. There's the main guy again. He looks very sad. He needs a hug and a sandwich. Anyway. I hate this font though. You can't read what the hell that says. I mean, can you read that? No, you can't, so good luck. And even this stuff in the middle, I don't know why they chose to use that font. It's a terrible idea, but oh well. These are just both black, doesn't come with anything, so yeah. Yep, we are the worms that crawl on the broken wings of an angel, a compendium of past crimes, a good record. So my second favorite is probably Up for Bloat, but Cruelly and Satanist is definitely my favorite. I'm sure I'll get more eventually, but every time I look on Hell's Headbangers to buy something, there's always something I want more instead of Satanic Warmaster, but yeah, I'll get more eventually. Alright, so we'll go on just a couple of classics that I'm sure everybody probably owns. Possessed. So I got 7 churches, and my favorite, honestly, the EP, 1985, arguably the first death metal record. I think it's more just evil thrash and death metal, which I don't even think Scream Bloody Gore is the first death metal record. I think Leprosy is, but might be a hot take, but because there's still tons of thrash on this record, I would even argue like the first Sepultura full length is more death metal than this, but that's just a debate for another day. So yeah, obviously these guys went on to be in Primus, which is kind of, I mean Jeff didn't, not Jeff. No, man, Larry Lalonde did. Jeff is the only original member left, so he's still in, and he's in Primus. I don't know what these two dudes did, but yeah. Anyway, there's the front, very iconic. Then the back. Favorite song on this one, probably The Exorcist, Burn in Hell, Satan's Curse, and the song Death Metal, which is probably why people say it's the first death metal album, but I mean, Onslaught had a song called Death Metal 2, and no one says Power from Hell was the first death metal record, so I don't know what the big deal is, but oh well. Yeah, I know, very unfitting. I'm not sure why they decided to go for this color scheme for this record. I mean, really, guys, this doesn't match. That's just me nitpicking again, but it's kind of annoying that it looks like kind of odd, but oh well. Got the insert, more pictures of them playing live from back in the day. Ship 7 Churches. Not a favorite album of all time or anything, but it's definitely a classic though, that if you're into like early thrash that's evil, you should definitely know this, but yep. 7 Churches. And then also, this is my favorite thing by them, which is an EP, so I know people say they're a death metal band, but listen to this, dude. This is straight up like a German thrash record. I mean, this could honestly be like a Missing Destruction EP, honestly. This could have like followed like Infernal Overkill. Nobody would have scratched it up. Nobody would have paid any other difference, so it sounds like it could have followed Infernal Overkill easily. Yeah, favorites on this one: Confessions, The Eyes of Horror, and Storm in My Mind. So yep. Anyway, it's come in 1987 too. So yep, there's the front. Then the back, guys in the band. Tracks. This is a Combat Century Media reissue. Came out in 1987 originally, like I said. Here's the insert. On a cool. I like the camera logo though, the little center labels. And then a little like lyric sheet. So I know Joe Satriani produced this album, which is kind of odd because he's not a death metal guy or even like thrash guy, but whatever. So yep, Eyes of Horror, definitely my favorite by them, but oh well. So I know that there's the debate between who's first will never end, but I still say it's Death, but that's just me. Alright, last two bands and we're done. Let's go to one of my favorite albums from the new wave of British heavy metal, easily probably top 3 or 4 from that scene. So this is Tank with Filth Hounds of Hades. This came out in 1983, I think. So yeah, 1983. This is a 2021 Santa Monica something reissue. So of all the new album bands, this sounds the closest to Motorhead. Probably because Fat Eddie Clarke produced the record, but I honestly like this more than a lot of the 80s Motorhead records, which that's probably a hot take, though I like a good majority of them, but yeah. Favorite song on this, Self-Shock, Blood, Guts, and Beer, Turn Your Head Around, and He Fell in Love with the Stormtrooper. Those are definitely the highlights, but every song on this is awesome, but yeah. Again, this is a double LP. It doesn't need to be, but the second LP is just live stuff and like different versions of a couple of the tracks. But anyway, so there's the front. Definitely one of the more iconic cover arts from early 80 UK metal. So there you go. There's that. Then the back, again the tracks. Gatefold. Some advertisements from shows they played back in the day with Motorhead, which seems appropriate. And then here's LP1, it's on a blue, that's the actual album, and then the live stuff is on a red. So yeah, man, I need to get the other 2 albums too. I know they have like 5 or 6, but the first 3 are definitely where it's at, so yep. Tank, Filth Hounds of Hades. Alrighty, so last 2 for today. One of, oh, never mind, I lied, so I forgot about this record, I'll talk about that in a second. So, last death metal band at least for today. One of my favorites from the Midwest US scene, Morta Skuld. So I have their debut, Dying Remains, for many of their best, which I'll get to my favorite in a second, but yeah. The super heavy, kind of slightly fast, mid-paced, kind of like heavy as hell US death metal. Definitely one of the, from all the like Midwest bands, like these guys and Gutter, these guys are definitely by far my favorite, but yeah. Which honestly, obviously, we listen to death metal because of the riffs. My favorite thing about this band has always been the vocals. They're super low and like distinctive sounding. But yeah, anyway, they have a killer guitar tone too. Which apparently they're doing a new record. Honestly, most of the stuff is awesome. So their last record was killer too. So definitely looking forward to the new one. So anyway, Peaceful 2023 reissue, which is sweet. This came out in '93 originally, so like a 30th year anniversary, which is pretty cool. So anyway, that's the front. Love that cover art though. Definitely the best artwork by far though. Then the back, guys in the band. Insert. Just black, no red. Yep. Killer record. And then the Peaceful order sheet, which this is actually from last year, so I'll actually bother showing it, so yep. I still need to get the new side record. That was an awesome album, so yep. Great stuff. So man, if you like super heavy, kind of fast death metal from the Midwest, check this out. Morta Skuld, Dying Remains, and then unpopular opinion time. This is actually my favorite album by them, which might be kind of odd, because I've seen people kind of lambaste this record and say, oh, it's boring, blah, blah, blah. I completely disagree. I don't know what album you were listening to, but oh well, everyone has different opinions, I guess, but this one is just my favorite, though. Mainly because I think the vocals are probably the best, and it's just probably the heaviest record, too, which I know some people say it's like a groove metal album. I don't know why. I wouldn't say groovy, it's more like, I would say more mid-paced, there's less fast songs, but it gets fast at times, too. Favorites on this one, probably Bitter Remembrance, Crawl Inside, Burning Daylight, and Tears of a Fallen Race, but the whole album is awesome, so yep. 1995, which a lot of death metal back then was kind of weird or generic. One of the ones from 95 that was actually worth listening to, that was still killer, but yep, anyway. There's the front. Then the back. Guys, the band again, track listing. I need a better camera, I swear. Again, Peaceful 2017 reissue, so yep. Awesome. And then here is the insert. It's black, so yeah. And then let me show you the... This is from like 5 years ago, but I'll show you this anyway, just because. Of course, you got the little Peaceful order sheet, which I'm not sure how accurate this is, but oh well. Yeah. Rotting Christ, Killer, Essential record, obviously. And then the kind of... Is that a Darkthrone bootleg? Yeah, it's a Darkthrone bootleg, but yep. Sam, man, don't listen to the haters. This record kills. I love it. So, yep. Great record. My favorite by them, which, again, hot take, but oh well. If you watch my videos, you should be used to me having sometimes kind of questionable opinions on stuff, but yeah. Killer record, so that is For All Eternity. I need their second album still, and their album from like 2020, but yeah. Killer band. Looking forward to the new one. I just end off with a favorite from the old Hellenic scene. This is Nergal with the Wizard of Norath. Put out in 1994, between 92 and 94 is when this came out originally. Very unique for the Greek scene. This doesn't really sound like anybody, not like a Rotting Christ clone of Verathron or Necromantia or Thalor. They definitely have their own unique sound. I would say it's more like more straightforward black metal and less of the like Greek sounding heavy metal influence, which a lot of the bands inherently had, like an evil like heavy metal sound, like Merciful Fate and King Diamond, which is just like less influenced by that, more influenced straight up by like this old school first wave black metal, I guess. But yep. Killer record. I think they have like 2 after this, which I've never heard them, but they've not been a very active band. But this is definitely, I think, their best in my opinion. So anyway, there's the front. Put out through Nuclear War. Now it doesn't say what year the reissue came out, but oh well. So anyway, there's the front. I know it wasn't reissue because it wasn't recent, because this is when they were still in California, because they're in Texas now, unfortunately. So my orders take forever, but oh well. Yep, just simple black. I don't know why I bothered pulling this out, but yeah. Anyway, love their logo. From the guys in the band. So man, if you like this kind of like slightly more epic, like a little bit of keyboards in your black metal, but not like, I wouldn't call it symphonic, they're very much in the background, but yeah, if you just like good old early 90s Hellenic black metal, you only know like your Verathrons and Rotting Christ and Necromantia. Definitely one of the better records from that scene, so yep. Check it out. Nergal, the Wizard of Norath. That's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys have been listening to. I finally got in my copy of the Metal Capitan, so that's been reacting. I ordered that from overseas instead of from the US like an idiot, but oh well, thanks for watching. Like I said, if you like what you hear in the background, link to the Bandcamp where you can get a copy will be linked down below. Thanks for watching. Guys, peace out. Have a good rest of your night. Goodbye.